According to Salon, Americans on average eat 130 pounds of sugar a year. That's equivalent to the size of a newborn giraffe. That's 3 pounds a week. So that means you eat one whole measuring cup of this in 2 weeks. I've seen the effects of sugar in the lives of my grandparents. From the ones who have eaten healthier and the ones who have eaten not as healthy throughout their lives, you can see how it's affected their lives. I've also seen the effects in my life. I've cut out sugar for some time, and I've also eaten sugar. And I see the effects of making me less tired when I eat less sugar. I've watched documentaries, I've read articles, I've talked to people who have experienced cutting out sugar, and I've also recently cut sugar out of my diet completely. And I've seen the results of it. Eating sugar has become the norm, but it affects 3 main parts of your body: your health, your looks, and the social interaction you can have. Your health, it destroys your body. It destroys your organs, it destroys your mind. It destroys your looks and your self-esteem because it may cause you to gain weight. It also changes your social life because when you're overweight, you're unable to do the things you were able to do before. Sugar is one of the biggest factors in bad health. It can cause organs not to function or even to shut down and kill you. High fructose overloads the liver the same way drinking alcohol does. Dieting Well says when companies add sugar to their foods, they usually do so in the form of fructose rather than glucose. Fructose is the sugar that is bad versus glucose, which is the sugar that is good. Adding fake sugar overloads the liver the same way as drinking and can cause non-alcoholic fatty liver disease and shut it down. It also affects your insulin because insulin burns the glucose that you have and uses it as energy and adds sugar to your body. But Dieting Well says too much sugar can create a metabolic dysfunction that causes cells to become completely resistant to insulin. Insulin resistance leads to debilitating diseases such as diabetes. One of the leading causes in cancers is sugar, and it's because our food is filled with sugar and not with the proper nutrients we need to keep us healthy. Not only does it affect our health, it affects our view of ourselves and what you look like. Sugar is known to cause obesity and low self-esteem. Sugar is quick to make you gain weight, but it takes you longer to realize it because you're addicted to the sugar, and it's too late because you've already become too fat at the point that you realize it. When you eat too much fructose, the satisfaction part of your brain isn't triggered, and it's causing you to eat more because you think you're still hungry and think you need more. It doesn't fill you up, and so you eat more, which adds to your fat, and that in turn causes obesity. People who eat fructose are more addicted to food, and they're overeating. They overeat, and their body doesn't process it, so they gain weight, and it changes how your body looks, which changes how you view yourself. Dieting Well says people can become physically addicted to sugar, and they will completely forego their health as well as the look of their bodies in order to take in more sugar. So they will give up anything the same way an alcoholic would to just get what they need. And most people don't even realize it till it's too late. And not only does it affect your health and your weight, it also affects your social life. Sugar affects your weight, which affects your social life and how you participate. If you people miss out on everyday joys because of their desire for sugar. Many people will actually forgo relationships with people and limit their activity in order to intake more. They'll leave social activities early because they're craving sugar, or they'll leave social activities early because they're feeling insecure. I've seen this to be true in the lives of people around me and in my own life as well. People who love sugar give up the social event because they can't get it off their mind. As our body becomes more unhealthy, there is less of a reward associated with physical activity, according to Diet Well, and they don't see the point of exercising, so not only are they not exercising, they're eating sugar, which is constantly making them gain weight. And while exercise is 80%, or while being healthy is 80% what you eat and only 20% what you do, it still makes a difference to help your body function properly. Eating sugar has affected and will continue to affect your health, your weight, and your social life, because eating sugar causes illnesses and is slowly killing you. And not only does it slowly kill you, it affects your weight and your self-esteem by making you insecure. And lastly, it makes you insecure and unable to participate in daily activities, and it makes you draw away from the social events. Eating sugar has become the norm, and it affects three main parts of your health. Three main parts of your life: your health, your looks, and your social activity. If you want to be able to enjoy everyday moments and live a long time, consider the amount of sugar you're eating and maybe adjust your intake.